Welcome, electronic video guests, to the outer limits of the trading card hobby TTM. Through the mail, we seek to have the famous and the infamous sign the trading cards and photographs we send to them through the mail. Today, we have 8 such specimens to examine. 8 trading card autograph request return specimens to examine. And we will be examining these specimens in minute detail. We got 7 regular size specimens and 1 jumbo size specimen. So if you like seeing envelopes being cut open, you've come to the right place. Sit back, relax, get ready to enjoy the fun. Presented to you from the worldwide YouTube video airfill. All right, how about that? We've got us, I guess we'd call this an end of the year TTM special. We're going to look at some TTMs. We're going to give some cards away. We didn't give away our card on the last one. We're going to roll that over, throw in another one. But yes, sir, another year has almost come and gone. 2024 going out, 2025 coming in. Can you believe that? Well, personally, I have a lot to be thankful for as the calendar turns. But this is a tough, hard world. And I bet there are some people out there who don't really feel too thankful at all. They feel oppressed and hopeless. Well, there's certainly that paradox here. We see and some painfully experience some hard days in this world. But yet, I at least also understand, if I don't always acknowledge, I contribute to our current reality in however small a part. And for that, I gotta say I'm most thankful for this, which is best expressed in Psalm number 103. He hath not dealt with us after our sins, nor rewarded us according to our iniquities. That's right, I've been on the right side and the wrong side. Know how to do well and have done wrong. I'll tell you what, I thank God in Jesus' name for his mercy. The Lord has dragged me through this far, and here for a few minutes I can play with these trading cards, have these moments of amusement. Hey, I'm thankful for that. Thankful for all the Lord has shown me in all these years here on earth. He's getting me closer to truly knowing myself, and therefore truly understanding his mercy. I tell you what, that is the greatest blessing of all. I'm so thankful for that. All right, that's my year-end sermon. Let's look at some TTMs and then try to give away some cards. We'll talk about the cards after we do our TTMs, but you're ready, I'm ready. Let's get some TTMs going. Where's TTM number 1 coming to us from? Let me get all this stuff sorted out here. Stuff's falling down off to the side. TTM number 1. That's coming to us from Seattle, Washington. How about that? Seattle, Washington. The Seahawks had a riveting 6-3 win over the Bears last night. That was a terrible football game. It's been a sad year for the Bears, and that was a sad performance, a sad end of game. Once again, the another Bears game ends with Caleb Williams trudging off the field, shaking his head with his frowny face. That's the picture of the Bears. That was a 6-3 win for the Seahawks last night. All right, let's see what we got from Seattle. Seattle, Washington. Oh, we got us a custom art card. You know what that means? We got a non-sports celebrity in all likelihood. Let us see if it is signed and by who. Well, look at that, Priscilla Pointer. Look at that nice signature. How about that? Nice and clear. That came out fantastic. And you know what? Here, as this year comes to an end, we start to celebrate another year. I'm pretty sure this is the oldest person I've ever received a TTM return from. Miss Pointer is 100 years old. Priscilla Pointer, 100 years old. She started her acting career in the late 1940s. She was never a big star. She did mostly television guest roles. Of course, her most notable film role came here in this. You see Carrie, the 1976 horror classic Carrie. She played the mother. That's Priscilla there. She played the mother of Amy Irving, who played Sue, the girl who tried to help Carrie. Now, the interesting thing about that, I don't know if you know that, that's Amy Irving. That's Priscilla Pointer. In the movie, she played Amy Irving's mother. Well, that wasn't too much of a stretch for her, because in real life, she is Amy Irving's mother. That's her real-life mother-daughter. They played mother-daughter in Carrie, and also did the same thing in a couple other movies where she played Amy Irving's mother, Honeysuckle Rose and Carried Away. So she really didn't have to do too much acting. Probably her most other notable role was as Kyle MacLachlan's mother in David Lynch classic movie Blue Velvet. And she also appeared on the TV show Dallas for 3 seasons. Priscilla Pointer, 100 years old, real life and film mother of Amy Irving. How about that? There she is. There's both of them in that great horror movie Carrie from 1976. Priscilla Pointer, 100 years old. Yeah, I think that's the oldest person I've ever got a TTM from. Thank you, Miss Pointer. Still going strong. Looking forward to a new year. All right, TTM number 2. This is Indianapolis, Indiana. All right, let's see what we got from Indianapolis, Indiana. TTM from Indianapolis. Well, how about that vintage Topps card signed by Gary Wagner? 84-year-old. Look at that great signature, too. That came out great on that 1966 Topps rookie card. Look at that sweet old Topps card. That's his rookie card. 84 years old. He pitched 6 years, 5 with the Phillies and 1 with the Red Sox. He was a relief pitcher. He won 15 games, lost 19. Had a 3.70 ERA with 22 saves. Gary Wagner. Man, look at that great old Topps rookie card. How about that? Gary Wagner. Beautiful. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. 84. He's a spring chicken compared to Priscilla Pointer. All right. Let's keep going and see what we got from the great Phony X out in the desert in Arizona. Phony X, Arizona. TTM number 3. Let's see what we got. Oh, I got one of my dual cards come back. I had already had this signed by Gene Lamont. I sent this out to Mr. Laren LeGros. He beautifully signed that. Look at that. The 1971 Topps Rookie Stars card, signed by Laren LeGros, completing it. I also got it signed by Gene Lamont. Look at that sweet card. 71 Topps Rookie Stars. Mr. LeGros pitched 10 years as a starter and reliever in the majors. 5 years with the Tigers, where he had his most famous moment in the 1972 American League Playoff Series against Oakland. He hit Bert Campaneris with the pitch. Campaneris lost his mind, threw his bat at LeGros. A huge brawl started. Tigers manager Billy Martin went crazy also. That was one of the great baseball brawls, certainly the best playoff brawl of all time. The rest of Mr. LeGros' career was pretty unnoteworthy. He finished with a record of 34 wins, 55 losses, 4.11 ERA, had 54 saves. He did have 2 career shutouts, which ties him on the all-time shutout list with legendary Hall of Famer Jacob deGrom. How about that? Laren LeGros, thank you, sir, for signing your 1971 Topps Rookie Stars card. Now I got both of these, both signatures on this great Rookie Stars card. Thank you. All right, that is another good one. Let's keep rolling along. Hey, we got another one coming to us from Indianapolis, Indiana. 2 in 1 day from Indianapolis. Let's see what this one is. Indianapolis, Indiana. Oh, how about this sweet rookie card signed by Mike Woodson? That came out beautiful, didn't it? And that is a great looking card. The 1981-82 Topps rookie card. Signed by Mr. Mike Woodson, now 66 years old. He was a 1980 All-American at Indiana, the number 12 overall pick by the Knicks. He had a pretty good 11-year career in the NBA, averaged 14 points a game. Then he got into coaching, was an assistant under Larry Brown on the 2004 NBA champion Pistons team, head coach of the Atlanta Hawks for 5 years, the Knicks for 3 years. Now he's a head coach at his alma mater, Indiana. How about that, Mr. Mike Woodson? Look at that beautiful signature on his 81-82 Topps rookie card. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Another great return. All right, got a couple more left. Three more little ones, and then the big one. This one here is coming to us from Memphis, Tennessee. He must not have thought that was a real stamp I had on the envelope, because they put their own postage over it for some reason. If I can peel that back, I'll show you some of these fancy stamps I got from the post office. This just peels right off. He's probably looked at that and thought maybe it was just some kind of little sticker, right? You can't really see it, but anyway, whoever this was, he or she didn't think that was a real stamp, I guess. Put their own postage over it. Doubled up. Let's see what we got from Memphis, Tennessee. Memphis, Tennessee. Oh, this is a sweet one. Glad to get this one back. Look at that. That is a beautiful 2010 Topps Magic rookie card signed by Kevin Smith. Man, look at that sweet card, isn't that? That is a beautiful card. Kevin Smith, 38 years old. Look at that beautiful Topps Magic rookie card. I really like those Topps Magic. I hope when Topps gets football back in a year or two, they do the Topps Magic. That is fantastic. Look at that sweet card. Kevin Smith, you remember him. 2007 had one of the great years in the history of college football. All-American running back at Central Florida. Carried the ball 450 times, 2,567 yards. That's still the third highest single season in rushing in NCAA history. He was the Lions' third-round pick in 2008. He joined them just in time to be the best player on their infamous 2008 0-16 team coached by Rod Marinelli. He had 976 rushing yards on that winless team and 8 touchdowns. He's currently running backs coach at Ole Miss. How about that, Kevin Smith? Thank you, sir. Really appreciate that. It's a great one to get back. 2010 Topps Magic rookie card. signed by the great Kevin Smith. 450 carries, 2,567 yards. How about that's a great season. Well, now we got us another one from the great Phony X. Ain't no surprise. We know who this is. Mr. Eddie Leon, or Eduardo Leon, if you want to say it that way. But he was known in his playing days as Eddie Leon. How about that? Let's see. It feels like we got more than our card in there. Maybe he sent our note back too. Eddie Leon. How about that? Eddie's 78 years old. Looks like I did get my note. There's the card here. Look at that. Eddie Leon, 1970 Topps rookie card. Man, that looks sweet too. That came out beautifully. He was a light-hitting middle infielder for the Indians in the late 60s, early 70s. 236 lifetime batting average, 24 home runs. Eddie Leon. Eduardo Antonio Leon. Says Ed is an engineer for a construction company in the off season. Eddie Leon, how about that? That is a beautiful looking rookie card. 1970 Topps. Look at that signature. Well, let me see if he answered any questions on the note. Eddie Leon. What did I ask Eddie? Any favorite teammates on those old Indians teams? Greg Nettles, and Jack Heidemann. Best pitcher you ever faced? Jim Palmer. Well, that was a great pitcher. All right, Mr. Leon, thank you, sir. Appreciate you answering those questions and signing that beautiful rookie card. Eddie Leon. All right. All right, here is our last little one. This is coming to us from Columbia, South Carolina. Our last regular size TTM return. Looks like we got our note in this one. Got some, a special note. Look at that. And talk about a beautiful rookie card signed. Look at this. 1977 Topps rookie card signed by Clyde Powers. He's got his number in there. What's that say? New York Giants. 74 to 78. Look at that. Clyde Powers. He's now 73 years old. Look at this sweet old rookie card. Clyde Powers. Played his college ball at Oklahoma. Was the Giants' 5th round pick in 1974. Played safety for 5 years, 4 with the Giants, 1 with the Chiefs. 5 career interceptions. That is a beautiful looking rookie card, beautifully signed. Look at this special note he gave me. What did I ask him on Mike? Let's see if I can figure it out. Look at that, Jeff. Thanks for the recognition. All the best in your future encounters. Thank you, sir. Switzer would be my favorite. Oh, yeah, I asked him who was his favorite coach he ever played for, college or pro. Barry Switzer. That is a great one, no doubt about it. Switzer would be my favorite, was starter for him. From college receiver, I asked him who was the toughest receivers for him ever to defend against. From college receiver, Lynn Swann, USC. Yeah, he was a good one. Hall of Fame moment concerning Lynn in practice at Senior Bowl. And concerning John Stallworth in Senior Bowl game, and covering John Stallworth in Senior Bowl game. Excellent. Also played against them a few times as pro. So very good. Go Big Red. He's still an Oklahoma fan, isn't he? Clyde Powers. Look at that nice note paper. Got some Carolina Panthers note paper. Clyde Powers. He's still an Oklahoma Sooner fan. Go Big Red. How about? I think they're playing Navy today in some bowl game, aren't they? Hopefully they're beating up on Navy. Hopefully for Clyde Powers' sake. All right, now we got our big one. I know what this one is because I had to put a couple of these stamps on to cover the postage. This is a comic book I sent out to be signed by a minor celebrity named Patton Oswalt. I don't know if you guys know who he is. Well, let me open this up carefully. I don't want to damage my comic book. If I can cut the top of this here. Yeah, I think I'll cut it like this. Sent me a comic book to Patton Oswalt. Not one of my favorite human beings, but I'm going to get this thing signed. Let's see if he signed it. Well, there's the back of the comic book. Oh yeah, look at look at that. We got our Barfly comic signed. That's Barfly #1, signed by Patton Oswalt. See that signature? Patton Oswalt, 55 years old. You see, he's one of the creators and writers of this very nice comic book. I enjoyed it. Barfly, 55 years old. Of course, I don't know if you know that, but he's also a comedian and an actor, known for his sharp wit and poignant humor. He rose to fame with his stand-up specials, then seamlessly transitioned to acting, delivering standout performances in Young Adult, The King of Queens, and Ratatouille. His voice work, comedic timing have gained widespread acclaim, and his memoir, Silver Screen Fiend, showcased his non-comic book literary talent. Patton Oswalt, not one of my favorite human beings, but hey, since I had this comic, I might as well send it out and get it signed by him. There's a couple people who might watch this and know why I don't like this guy. There's no reason to get into it here on this video. We'll just thank him for signing our Barfly #1 comic book. Look at that. Very nice. Patton Oswalt. Well, thank you for signing that. Not a nice person, but he did sign my comic book. All right, that is it for the TTMs. We're going to give away some cards. Remember the last time we did one of those videos? We tried to give away this beautiful Amon Ross St. Brown headstand card. Look at that. It's a Panini Instant. Look at that beautiful card. Tried to give this away. Nobody won. There's only 1,840 of these. We're going to roll it over to our next contest. Look what we're also adding to the prize pot. Are you kidding me? A Jayden Daniels rookie card? Rated rookie Donruss card? Probably going to be rookie of the year. What a great year he's had for the Commanders. And these are two great cards. How do you win these cards? Well, I'm glad you asked. I'm glad you asked, because if you didn't ask, you wouldn't know. All right, let's see. Here's how you win the St. Brown headstand and Jayden Daniels rookie card. Tell me who's going to win the Oregon Ohio State game. That's going to be played on New Year's Day. And what will be the score? So you got to tell me not only who's the winner, but the exact score. That's how you win. So you're going to enter hashtag Oregon in the score. Like if you think Oregon's going to win 30-27, you're going to put hashtag Oregon 30-27. If you think Ohio State will win the game, you're going to put hashtag Ohio. If you think Ohio State's going to win 35-31, you're going to put hashtag Ohio 35-31. Get that down in the comments field by 5 p.m. New Year's Day. You got to get everything right, the winner and the score. If you do, you got two great cards. Speaking of college football, what did I do my last week? I went 2 for 2 on my picks. I stupidly picked, what did I pick against? I was wrong, like a lot of people on that Tennessee-Ohio game. I thought Tennessee would give them a battle. They embarrassed the SEC. And also, Indiana didn't quite cover. They came up a little bit short. They got off to a slow start. The coach scared a little bit. The coached scared. And they didn't quite cover. All right, so I was 2-2. Let's go this round before we sign off. Next round of college playoffs coming up. Penn State -11 versus Boise. Hey, I know Penn State looked good against SMU, but I do think Ashton Jennings going to be able to run on Penn State just enough to keep that game close. I think their defense, remember, Penn State scored 14 points off the terrible quarterback play of the SMU quarterback, Kevin Jennings. So I think Boise State can keep this. I think they're not going to win, but I think they'll cover with their running game and avoiding the mistakes that SMU had. Then we got Texas -12.5 versus Arizona State. I'm picking Arizona State to cover. I don't know if they'll win outright, but I think the game's going to be much closer than people thought. Texas's pass defense looked horrible against Clemson. I thought they could do a better job against Cade Klubnik. I was surprised how easily Klubnik riddled their secondary. Well, I think Sam Levitt can do even better. So I think Arizona State's going to cover. And then we got the big game of the weekend, Ohio State -2.5 against Oregon out in the Rose Bowl. That's a tough game to pick. I am going to go with Oregon. I think their defense will hold up a little better than Tennessee's. Tennessee really was not able to get too much pressure on Will Howard. I was a little bit surprised. I think Oregon can do a bit better job. I think it's going to be another close game like the first one was. I give the edge to Dillon Gabriel over Will Howard. I don't think the Will Howard we saw against Tennessee will show up in this game. I think Oregon will be able to rattle him a little bit, so I'm going to go with Oregon. Tough game to call, though. And then the last one, Our Lady getting 2 points against Georgia. I'm surprised. Georgia playing some rookie QB. I guess they're going to start that Gunnar Stockton kid. Is that his name? Gunnar Stockton, who came at the end of the SEC title game. I'm surprised Georgia's still the favorite without Carson Beck, even though Beck didn't really have a very good year. I think Notre Dame's defense will be able to shut down Georgia, and I think even though Our Lady doesn't have much of a passing attack, I think they can run the ball just enough to squeak out a victory. I'm not saying a blowout, but I do think Our Lady will win that game just because of the huge question mark for Georgia at the quarterback position. All right, so that's my picks for the college playoff games. We did our TTMs. We had a little end-of-the-year sermon. I think that's just about it. I hope you all have a much better 2025 than 2024. Even if you had a great 2024, things can always get better. If you're feeling a little down in the dumps, remember, try to have some hope. There is hope available. And speaking of which, if you're wondering how that works and how you can have hope if things are not looking too good for you, I suggest you head over to Amazon.com. Get in the search bar, type in that author's name there, and that book title, this book will come up. Like I said, you have some ups and downs in the world, some hard times, some good times. You do some things you wish you hadn't done, things happen to you wish wouldn't have happened. How do you process all that and move forward with some positivity and hope for the future? If you're a big boy, a big girl, or a big tranny, read this book. Interesting perspective on life. It is, like I said, it's not for crybabies, though. It takes a real hard look at everything that goes on in this world. So if you ain't a crybaby, and then listen, if you've had some hard times, you're probably not a crybaby. You're probably a little bit gritty, as they say here in Southeast Michigan. So check out this book, read it. It'll help you get a proper perspective on how things can move forward in 2025. All right, that is it. We are ready to hit the stop button and dump yet another TTM video into the worldwide YouTube video airfill. God willing, we'll be back in a few days with some more. Until then, remember, enjoy the rest of your life.